What up, Schmoedown Rockers? An exciting turn, not so exciting week. Or at least it was, well, in terms of big deals, it's exciting. In terms of not as much, except certain aspects, because we had 2 back-to-back wins, technically, last week. Or the week after that, technically, because the match that mattered. I wish he wouldn't do it on the weekends. I think he should have just done it on Friday while people were still doing the Schmoedown like he used to. But I think he wants to do the matches separate and they'll have those get more traction, but it's not working out as well. I don't know what's the deal with that. But, oh well. It is what it is. I guess they figured they would do it on the weekend, but they're used to doing also so much other stuff because they already get done talking about it. So, and good luck with them. Anyways, regardless of that, I enjoyed the pay-per-view for the Schmoedown Throwdown on April 9th. That, for the most part, I feel bad for Stacy since she was a part of Suspects, but on the bright side, all that needed to happen was Collins proved that he wasn't gonna just be a pushover when it came to the title. He won that title. He did not win that title, but it wasn't a sudden death match like it was last time. This time it really came down to just the 5-pointer. Weirdly enough, Merle was kind of it was down, but then something happened to where Merle pretty much came back, crawling back, and answered everything, and it was, I think, all wrestling questions, I think. Or was it Black Cinema? I'm trying to remember, but anyways, the Kevin Smith match, now he's 3-0. I'm guessing maybe he just needs to face Video Drew next, should be his next opponent, or who else could be someone they need to take seriously? Because it seems Smith is here to play. Thank God. And to want to actually play. Even though, like, the way that, I don't know how they edited the actual matches out this past weekend, from which of which I'm recording this, but yeah, it's fine. And plus, I'm waiting for as a patron, I'm waiting for the apparent match between, I guess, Beth May and, I think, Taylor Robinson. I believe that's the match that I'm waiting to drop. So, maybe Taylor still has it in her. First time in singles, or maybe Beth May might be something. Who knows what that's going to be. That's my prediction with that. Goddard versus JTE. I don't know if JTE has it in him. I know Goddard does. But I may be going with Goddard a little more. But I wouldn't be surprised if JTE just pulls something out of his butt in the same way that, like, Stacey Howard does. And I wouldn't have a problem with it as much. You know what I mean? Since I don't have any stakes with that. So, and I don't think no dungeon, which is fine. I need a break given, oh God, this past week. And then finding out the Flickinger match was my fucking birthday. I wish Gucci didn't even say anything of when it was. I know you were trying to, like, rep your boy in con, but I mean, good for you, but wonder how much you had to hold that back from me, knowing I'm Dungeon Master and stuff. I mean, that must have been tough for you. You were waiting for me to hear what I had to say, Gucci. That was rough. And it just made my Thursday feel a little rough. I mean, I was already kind of holding back a little bit. I was like I wanted to do something in the dungeon, but I just like, I'm not giving up on this. No big matches, no big deal matches have been losses. So, as far as I'm concerned, the dungeons are staying on. Because I had a feeling, at least, I was more hopeful with Witt, though. I was way more hopeful with Witt. And I kind of knew the moment he missed his 2 questions in round 1. But I was very happy that he fucking put up a fight. And they even went Kaiser did give enough a damn, because he went so far to bat that he threw in honestly a ridiculous challenge that could have been petty, but somehow it made some sense to just throw it out there anyway, because they knew no matter what, it wouldn't have mattered, because it wouldn't have mattered as much unless they gave him a different question, best case scenario. But it wasn't going to happen, because the question that was allotted, it didn't matter. But it wasn't super ridiculous or out of ordinary that it would be too much of a waste of challenge. I get that he did it, but it was more the fact that he wanted to he wanted to give Witt a shot because he got his 5, and basically it was all down to Harper. Harper proved he was here to stay, and Adam Witt showed he was in the pushover. And it's just a shame because it's like, it's going to suck that if his worst match is his only win. Because so far, his best match was this. And he pulled his 5. Maybe not to the extent of how he pulled that 5 against Sullivan in his debut, but... And he fought Molly, and that's what led to Molly being a consideration and becoming part of the... Even though she had to face Laura Kelly, and Laura Kelly... My God, she just played perfect. Oh, God. Just like she did tried to do the last match, and except didn't play perfect in her round 1, and it cost him, and that was something that happened with Witt here. Whew. What a Star Wars match. But we have a Star Wars win with Hoy. Who knows how that's going to go, and Witt's supposed to face God knows who, and apparently another Dragon Con player. Oh, Jesus. But Harper was a bigger hype thing, so he had to live up to it, and he did. Just not to the point of knockout or TKO, thank God. Except for freaking Flickinger, Jesus. Jesus, he didn't even try with Anchorman! And everyone was upset with that 3-pointer. I'm like, really, dude? Like, you seem like the dude that would quote Anchorman. I mean, come on! And it wouldn't bother me as much. You know, these losses wouldn't bother me. I'd brush them off. And it wouldn't make me cry, make me sad, and just to the point of Collision and everything 2020, Collision 3 or anything 2020 for that matter. Including what happened with Samantha's cancer situation, only finding out that it was he was dealing with that in the match. And he didn't get knocked out or TKO'd on top of it. Which only should further put an asterisk on anything that's happened. Except maybe his match with Chance. It was the only thing that might not have necessarily been an asterisk. It was more the Chance shit the bed. And I like Chance. Kind of. Me as a person, the kind of part's more in terms of Schmoedown. But anyways. The kind of being more as a player, and then as a personality. But in the Schmoedown and not outside of. But anyways, because in the Gucciverse, we got a lot. So, anyways, yeah, it was frustrating. I wanted Mcweeny to win, but Lon pulled a good game, but the fact that Mcweeny played as well as he did, given the circumstances, was glorious to me. Glorious enough because, you know, any other player in Ring Rust, the fact that this is happening means Bateman, since he's coming after him, though he's got to know that a couple more matches if he plans on getting after him, unless he loses to Roca. Please don't lose to Roca, goddammit. Not even the people that are wanting to rip Finstock Exchange the Gucciverse want Roca to win. They'll accept it for Finstock Exchange purposes for faction points. Just like I will for Bateman, but I like Bateman anyways, and I'm a Patreon, and I'm actually, hell, that last week was awesome. So despite, you know, trying to hold back my tears and throw the Witt, you know, from what happened since I saw it on the Patreon and before the match aired. And of course, luckily it aired before that, and so it was just kind of, and Flickinger, nor any of the other people have bothered to show up. The only people that have bothered to show up has been, besides Kaiser, for at least 2 weeks in a row. Good job, my man. Good job, my man, for those in the Patreon. And it shows you give a shit just as much as you did in that Witt match when you tried to throw the challenge, even if it was fucking kind of ridiculous. But you had to, because you weren't going to, like, not bother to try for Witt, you know? Give him just a fleeting chance. Even though you could tell on Witt's face he knew you were just throwing bullshit. Fucking shit at the wall and seeing what stick and hoping it stick and not be petty. And I didn't think it was petty. Not to me, at least. Because, you know, Witt played his ass off, you know. Flickinger, fucking what the hell, man. You act like you care, but I'll believe it when I fucking see it. And I'll know when I see it if you fucking show up for Ben's Patreon. Because I'll actually rep your ass, too. Maybe not as much as I have been lately. Because it's hard to know when you're fucking gonna go live and do a live stream and shit. But I've repped your ass in the dungeon I've yet to do that for Jericho, but I'm not even sure if I should waste my time. If he's gonna just be a waste of time. Hell, the only closest thing I'm gonna do is use it as an excuse to get people into Devin Townsend like I did for Robert Montano. Maybe Vanessa Fitzsimmons? Maybe? I don't know. Because even Robert wanted to react to that. I'm telling you. Because I love my Townsend, Devin. My heavy Debbie. And I think he's supposed to come up with a new album this year. I'm hearing rumors it's called The Puzzle or something. Look forward to that. Check that stuff. Check out Devin Townsend stuff, Gucci versus people. You'll like it. Especially given it does tie into someone that ties in sort of to Van Halen and also sort of into movies. Actually has a cameo in movies I didn't realize was actually him. And I saw it back during my mass media days in high school, actually. For this particular movie that involved Ralph Macchio. I wish I remembered the name of the movie, but you'll know. Leave it in the comments below if you do. I enjoyed this. Other than that, I enjoyed at least the last match on Friday. No pay-per-view or anything aside from like repeating it for the weekend, which that was probably the best thing of highlight besides Hoy's win from last week that I kind of talked up. And I forgot to touch up on these past couple weeks with the cutscenes, actually. And I apologize. Especially, like, the cutscene leading into the match was great. And then they did the cutscene at the end. They did an end cutscene, which was the cutscene in the pay-per-view. Which they did have a couple cutscenes. But I think they saved one cutscene and they just left it on for the other thing with him and the belt. Which was funny between him and which was funny little moments between just the belt. I'm surprised they couldn't do the you and me, but without having to get a copyright strike. So that's the thing with that. That's what I felt like they were wanting to do. If they didn't have to worry about getting copyright strike or claims or whatever. I better not. Jesus. Just for humming. I mean, come on. But anyways, that was amazing. That was that match with him and Lon. If Lon plays like this, oh boy. But he's spotty, so I don't know. Mcweeny might have a chance at beating him in the next one. Because this was a match that was apparently delayed a couple years ago. Back when he was supposed to be the professor. So before he became the delinquent this past year. With this past couple years. Well, year and a half at this point. I think. But anyways. I'm good. I hope for Mcweeny. I'm scared for Mcweeny. I think he's going to focus more on singles, and eventually they're going to come up with teams, but it's going to be a rookie. God knows who the rookie's going to be, and if it's going to be one hell of a team or not. Even though I'm wondering if they're holding out to see if maybe Brand's available and they can bring back Tate the Cannoli. I wouldn't be against that, actually. Wouldn't be against that. Unless they decide for some reason to bring Janine back and make them a team. Because right now it seems that the plan is to have Liz and... them being a team is awesome. But I don't know if it's going to get anywhere. I think it might be a surprise team and it could be a sleeper team. But and if so, I'm hopeful for the Big Lightning, I think, is the name of the... Or is it light? No, it's lightning time. That's it. Lightning time. Anyways, but I'm more hopeful because now we have 2 wins so far under our belts, which is great momentum going in, further hyping the idea of Danger Zone. Danger Zone. Look at me, I'm flying. Some of the good glorious days of Mad TV. Even though back then people didn't appreciate it as much, but now because SNL's currently gone to shit, people are now appreciating it. Figure that shit. But anyways, or Missing Living Color, one of the two, or both. But anyways, those matches were fine. The cutscenes for the... Oh man, I loved it. finally laying the smack it down. Finally, Swag is back in order. And we find out that Jay was going to be essentially the replacement. That scene was great. It would have, because of the follow-up cut, which was, in terms of the way it's scoped cinematically, it's probably one of the best, for sure. Even though the follow-up cutscenes were even better, at least in regards to using virtual, at least. And then the follow-up to how we're going to deal with Jay, and now it's like, oh my god, now we're setting up for a new Civil War. Instead of Swag Civil War, now we're getting set up for Grace, possibly, because it seems that Grace had fired Classic Clark Wolf, unfortunately. Because of using the excuse of him trying to give some encouraging, supporting words to Riley, even though Riley lost his match, just to make Grace look more like a shit disturber, if anything. And now with Jay's now in the picture to where he was setting up the long game, playing the long game. He was going to be manager, but they set it up to where now he's making the new commissioner, which is why they chose to set up something with Classic Clark Wolf. They put the dominoes in place, and it's looking like Harloff and Clark Wolf are going to work together, and there's a possibility that it seems now it's Jay versus Jay, our old commissioner and chairman or president or whatever, versus the newer president and newer commissioner, and making that the new war in this Schmoedown war, and that's cool. And I'm kind of down for it now. I'm down for this. I'm not as mad at the current moment. I'm still upset with him in terms of Smash, but I'm not in the current state of things, until Smash comes back at least, nearly as mad at him. I can't be anymore because we took the belt from him, man. Thanks to Morrow, and I think Smash played a part in it anyways behind the scenes. So as far as I'm concerned, Smash kind of got his revenge. I think he wants to get revenge another way in terms of actual competition, and I hope he does. But right now, he's got a much bigger opponent than he will ever be, and that was cancer, and he's going to bash the living fuck out of it for his daughter. Can't wait. Can't wait to see him come back. Don't know when he'll make the announcement saying, I beat it. I'm looking forward to it, damn it. Hell, I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully I can still get another Smash Cancer shirt, because apparently mine got lost. Luckily, I found the other shirt that I'm going to debut for something else eventually later on. I've got some albums I need to talk about. Some of them decided I'm going to just shelve and save for like a So What I Miss, Swim, which is short for Swim type long review thing. So, but anyways, let's see. So hopefully they didn't message me about Please for the Love of God. Okay, good. Sorry, I'm just checking to see if the Patreon's shown up. Oh shit, they're out. It's out. Oh god. Okay, good. I'm done. I got this done. Yay. Behind the scenes. There you go. I'm gonna be watching the Beth May versus the Taylor Robinson. I think that's the match. I can't remember. We'll see. I give it to Taylor on the edge of experience. But then again, it's been a while. There's ring rust there. So Beth may have a shot. So we'll see what that happens. Goddard over JTE, but I'm not going to be surprised if JTE puts up a fight and surprises us. But ring rust could be a factor too, and knowing how spotty JTE is usually, okay. But unless he can pull off what Mcweeny did last week, I forgot what's the other match, but whatever that is, we'll figure that out in due time. What did you guys think of these matches? Leave a comment below. What did you think of the Throwdown pay-per-view? What did you think of these 3 matches? Are you discounting the dungeon, or are you gonna really stick around for us, Because, even some people I knew that were in action just only went on board because they were Team Bateman. And I'd barely even seen them even for Bateman's Patreon stuff. But I'm guessing the only reason why is because one of them is a parent, single parent at that. I'm just gonna leave it at that. You know who you are. Some people actually kind of know who you are because I said too much. And it's fine. It's fine. Maybe one day you'll come and show up. It'd be cool. It'd be cool. And plus you're busy with C2A too. I said too much again. Gosh. It's okay. I didn't say who it is, so it's fine. Everything's fine. So, again, what did you think of the matches? Leave a comment below on the matches and the pay-per-view. For those who got finally a chance to see it since it went public, leave a comment below, let me know. Rock that like button if you must. Please hit that subscribe button. Also, links in the description of my Facebook page. Like and follow me there. You can also follow me somewhere on Twitch, Random Rocker 989 or 1989, one of the two. I think it is. I might change the name eventually to something else. I might actually change it to my Rockin' Movies with Tyler on that one. And then I think I used the same one for my stereo. Eventually I'll put up something. Apparently I need to do something with that. And I'd love to, like, anybody up for chatting with that, doing a podcast there, I'm up for it, or at least learning how it goes and so on and so forth. That'd be cool. I'd love to. I mean, I mostly just want to stick with here, but I'd love to end within or you can find me in the dungeon fan page. I think I'll leave a link in the description. If not, I'll try to start doing that more often. Hopefully, if I haven't already. And also a link to the Smash Cancer, Kevin Smith's Fund Me that Paul Preston put up, if it's still available at all. We shall see. If not, just copy paste and put it on your URL if you're using whatever app or on your PC or your phone or whatever. But anyways, that is it. As always, guys, keep it random, keep it real, keep it rocking. If you smell what the movie Trivia Schmoedown rocks. So in 10 minutes, so on and so forth, is cooking. We dig it. Also, now I forgot to mention, since now Merle won the belt, he is now the five-time movie trivia Schmoedown champion of the world, and for the dungeon as well.